Oh, hey YouTube. What's going on? Lionheart here, and you just caught me hanging out in my new abode. Yeah, it's pretty comfy here in this new little house that I've built for myself inside of Genshin Impact. Well, on this video, I just want to talk a little bit about the new housing system and where you can find some of the materials you need to make your place look super cool. You'll have to forgive me for my voice being a little bit off, and also there's a bit of improv on this video as I am recording this live right now and just talking through kind of post stream all the different things I did to be able to set up my place. And you can see I'm able to have quite a lot of different furnishings already, and if we run back and talk to the main dude, you'll see that with Tubby I am already at trust rank level 3. I'm very close to level 4, and I'm accumulating points at 16 an hour. This is particularly important because as you get more adeptal energy, you generate more coins, and as you collect more coins, you can then buy other things from the shop. The shop is super important because all the cool stuff that you really want is going to be in there, right? So in addition to having just some nice supplies, including transient resin, you can also buy all these different outdoor things, and you can also buy lots of blueprints that will then require you to go out into the world and farm things in order to make them. So yeah, it's a really fun system. I'm actually like super surprised how deep the building is inside of this update. It's quite involved. You can get kind of these huge like overviews of areas. It's super easy to grab things and move them around, to rotate them however you want. And yeah, but this is probably kind of a nightmare on mobile actually, but on the PC it's really easy. Console, I'm not sure. I think it would be okay on console also. Maybe you get used to it, right? Maybe on mobile you just need like an iPad or something. I don't know. And they have various things from like buildings that you can do, animals. Like I have a cat over there, outdoor sets which can be completed together and then placed in different areas, and it'll tell you what you need. And basically everything you put down gives you points, right? These adepti energy points. And so the more things you have placed, the higher your point score will be. So I think the number one thing I'm going to tell you right now is place everything. And your goal is to try and get as quickly as possible to trust rank 3 and to get adeptal energy 4,500. So that you should be able to do this on your first day, 4,500, so that you start generating these coins at 16 an hour. And obviously as you build this up, you'll be able to get more and more coins and advance your property faster. So if you can do that, that's really good. The number one way to do that is to just build everything, place everything, and also don't be stingy when you're creating things. You're going to have the option to get now using these bottles. Okay. Feel free to use these bottles and get now. That's going to allow you to craft everything. And you'll notice when you craft something for the very first time, it'll have a unique marker on it, like this one does here. See this unique marker? That'll give you extra points towards advancing your trust level. So you want to try and craft everything at least once that you can, and that'll help you advance your trust level as fast as possible. And also you'll be able to do it. Now to craft things, as you can see with all these different recipes, most of them require either some kind of fabric, a dye, or wood. And there are 7 different kinds of wood, and I'm going to tell you where you can get all of them in this video. Okay, so for the dyes, it's pretty simple. For the fabric, you're going to need silk flowers. It's the only thing you can use. For red dye, you can use Serenitea, or you can also use carrots or valberries, and you just click this to be able to switch it. And for yellow dye, it's berries or coral lapis, and for blue dye, it's mint or wolf hook. Obviously, mint and berries and Serenitea, right? These are going to be your best bets right there. They're abundant in the world. They're not as hard to get. You're not going to use them for ascension materials. So probably that's what you want to use for your dyes. And then for fabrics, you just have to go get silk flowers. I'll tell you where to get silk flowers also, in addition to going through all the different woods. Okay. So yeah, pretty cool. Easy to place things, tons of fun. And again, a pretty deep system. Also make sure that you're checking this, right? You're going to have these different rewards as you progress. You should be able to complete all of the rewards, including up to this part. This is where I got stuck. 500 realm currency wasn't possible on the first day, but you should be able to complete everything else. Once these drop, they're going to go into your inventory, and you're going to need to learn them. You're going to need to select that you want to learn them. So make sure that you open up and you hit B and you go into the proper tab. I think they sit in here, and just click on them and learn them all, so that way you can actually craft them afterwards. That's super important. To summon your world, you just go into here to your Serenity pot after you do the quest. You hit place, it'll place, and then you'll hit F to get into it, or when you're in here, you can hit F to get out of it, right? Okay, or whatever your action key is on the platform you're playing on. All right, I think that covers most of the basics for going through this. The other thing to remember is in this reward process, once you complete all the achievements, you will get special rewards, right? You'll get your first cat. You'll get a lot of these other things that you can do, right? Including these. Yeah. So just remember that all this stuff can be collected. It's just like an adventurer's book, right? What you did when you were first leveling your AR, just but for housing. And there's many levels. Okay, maybe there's only 2 levels that I can see. Hopefully there's more than 2 levels to go through, and looks like we'll get the dog tomorrow. Cool. So yeah, so there it is. All right, let's talk about where to farm the materials. I don't want this video to get too long. I want this to be very concise and just kind of help you out on diving into the building. So first of all, you can just hit M and see this little marker down here. You can hit that and switch your map back to Tibet. You will need to summon your Serenity pot from inventory to be able to get back there. You can't, like, none of these are like teleportable to. At least I haven't figured out how to do it. So just remember, if you're trying to get back to your island and you get stuck, you're going to need to use that pot. Okay, on the map, let's talk about the various things that you can do. So for silk flowers, first of all, Wangshu Inn has a bunch. I'll just teleport over there and show you what they look like. And there's also some in Leeway, and I'll show you where that is on the map as well. You're going to need these to be able to make your fabric, and you're going to want to collect them because unlike, berries and other things that respawn more often, these are on that 72-hour timer, right? So they're a little bit more rare. So you see these red bushes right here? This one right here, and there's another one right here, okay? And if you just take a left from here, you'll see them. There's one here. There's another one here. There's another one, I think, by these umbrellas. And then you're also going to cross the bridge area, okay? And you're going to notice that there are some more on the other side of the bridge. There's one right over here, you can see in the distance, and there's also one closer right here, okay? Make sure you collect those. Those are your silk flowers. And then the other area that you can get silk flowers at is down here in Leeway. You're just going to teleport to the northernmost point, and you're going to run up the stairs, and there's basically like a pond area that you're going to do a loop on. And they're all up there, and I'll just go ahead and show you the area. I've collected all mine for today, but no reason why I can't show you where they are. Also, you should be going into these ponds every day and collecting fish. There's just free fish sitting in these ponds. So if you're short on fish and you want an easy grab, there's like, I think 6 fish total you can get from that pond every day, and you can just walk around it for the most part. All right, so here they are here, and what you're just going to do is you're just going to run behind this building. Here's another one. You're going to go all the way through here, okay? On the back side, you're going to come around. There'll be 2 more around this corner, right? Here they are. One more here. Okay, you're going to wrap around all the way through there, and you're going to end up exiting over there. You see there's another one over there. You're going to exit over there, and you're going to wrap around. You'll get all of them, okay? So that's for your silk flower farm. Make sure you do that so you have enough for fabric. All right? Let's talk about the wood. The wood. The things you'll want to know. So first of all, I find wood is easiest to farm with a claymore character, because each hit from the claymore guarantees the wood drops. I like Xinyan. I think her attack combo is good. And you can get 3 pieces of wood per tree. So you'll hit a tree 3 times. That will be the maximum amount of wood. You don't need to run over it to pick it up. It automatically collects. And then you need to go to another tree. If you teleport away and then teleport back, the tree will reset and you can farm more wood. Okay. Let's start with, how about we start with birch? Yeah. So for birch, I'll just go over to like this area, right? It's like Starfell Lake. Just come over here, and I'll just show you where you guys can get a birch. Yeah, super easy, super easy. Really coming down. Just walk up. You see all these? See all these? See all these right here? These are birch. They kind of look like papery. Yeah. You hit it, and you're gonna see birch starts to come out. Right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2. All right. I missed one of those attacks. 1, 2, and then we already did the third. Right? 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I missed one of those attacks, so we hit it again. And that's how you collect it. Okay. There's some birch here. There's also a lot of birch over by the new domain. So this is the new artifact domain. If you teleport over here and you just kind of run along the outside of Dragonspine, not the area where there's snow, but like this area right here, these are all birch as well, right? See this? This is got that white paper look. 1, 2, 3. We get some birch, and you can just run along these also, right? Even the green ones, right? If they have this white paper stem, it's probably birch. Okay. Then the next one you're going to want to look for is pine. Pine is in the Dragonspine area mostly. So I'm gonna run along. You can see actually this is probably my favorite route to farm birch. You just kind of run along the outside, right? All of these trees, you see all these white trees, they're all gonna drop you birch, okay? And as you go along this way, right, you're gonna inevitably run into Dragonspine, right, which is the area over here. And as you transition into Dragonspine, you're gonna start to see pine. And pine is gonna look different, right? It's gonna be these kind of green trees. They're really all over Dragonspine actually. And you're gonna notice right away what they look like. Let me just kind of move in. Sorry. Yeah, maybe it would have been faster if I just teleported into Dragonspine. You can start to see them in the distance though. Sorry. So like, see all these snow covered trees? These are pine. Okay. So these thinner trees, they're not going to give you anything, right? You're still seeing birch right here. A lot of these are still birch. And then as we start to get in here, right, you start to see kind of these trees like this. You're gonna start noticing, okay, now we're at pine, right? And there's a lot of pine inside Dragonspine. So we just hit these. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Pine wood. Yeah. This one. 1, 2, 3. Pine wood. Cool. Yeah, so you just run over here and you get your pine. And there's pine wood all over Dragonspine. Okay. Talked about birch. We talked about pine wood, and you can pick up these pine cones also. Let's talk about fragrant cider. Fragrant cider is pretty easy to find. That's like the default Mondstadt tree. So it's like outside of Whispering Woods and stuff. And you can also just go to Springvale. Springvale is usually where I go to, but like it's basically just like the most common tree that you're gonna find in Mondstadt. It's like the standard Mondstadt tree, right? Let's see all these trees. These are all gonna give you fragrant. I think I said cider. I meant cedar. I don't know why the cider was on my mind. Fragrant cedar, right? So you're just gonna walk up to these, and these are all gonna give you cedar, and it's just that 3 hit. This is the most common tree in Mondstadt. It's going to be really, really easy for you to farm. What's not going to be easy for you to farm is the Cuihua. The Cuihua one is the most challenging one for you to farm. What is a Cuihua tree? Okay. It's also in Mondstadt. And the way you can identify a Cuihua tree from a fragrant cedar wood tree, because they actually look a little bit similar, is Cuihua trees are fruit bearing. So if you walk up to a tree that's bearing fruit, and I don't think there's any bias here, but I'm going to show you a good area where you can get a lot of them. We're going to go all the way back over here towards the Whispering Woods area. And we're just going to wander on backwards to this whole area right down here. This whole area. I think Whispering Woods is really, really good for Cuihua. There's like a whole bunch. You can just do this like nice little like loop-de-loop circle and you'll catch a bunch of them. But there's some actually, I'm pretty sure there's some right by us over here. There's definitely that one over there. Do you see how it's bearing fruit? That's got either Serenitea or apples on it. You walk up to this one and you get this one. This is how you're going to get your Cuihua. See that? Versus this tree, which looks almost the same, but is going to drop you that fragrant cider wood because it's not fruit bearing. Okay. So the path I like to run for the fruit bearing trees, honestly, is just go down this way. First of all, you can collect a lot of these berries. You can also pick up all these like snapdragons, whatever, right? And you're just going to end up going down kind of this path where like Klee's bomb was and everything like that. And there's a lot of trees in this area that are fruit bearing. The problem is I think they're going to be hard for me to see because I already went through here and farmed this area. So I probably knocked all the fruit down. But there's quite a few down this path. You just have to trust me on it. You'll run down through here. And what you're going to end up doing is as you get to the end of the path, it's going to start to open up into this broader area. Okay. And you're going to do just a circle around the outer area. So usually I like to start on the left side. I think that's just easier. And by the way, you can climb up to the left earlier, and there's actually over here, some of these trees over here have fruit. Then you're going to go down through here. Okay. And you're going to come over to this area. there's going to be tons of fruit trees over here. So you can see I've already like knocked these trees. So I can't tell which ones are fruit bearing and which ones aren't, because I already hit them all earlier. I think like maybe were you a fruit bearing one? Did I make this up? Let's see. Let's guess. It was. See, this was a fruit bearing one. But I've knocked the fruit off of it already. So now I don't know which one it is. So you just come down here and basically loop around this way, and you'll end up just doing kind of a nice like circle around and looping back. And that will get you all your Cuihua trees. And if you're not sure if there's a tree that's the Cuihua one, you can mark it the first time you see it, right? With just like a map pin. I don't have any left, but you can map pin mark them. And the second thing you can do is MiHoYo just released its own interactive map recently. So you could use their interactive map to find where apples or Sunseteas are. And then and probably their drop location is the same location. There's a tree, right, that you can hit that will give you Cuihua, right? That's the hardest wood, I think, to find. All right. The other wood is, that we're going to go to next is Sandbearer. Okay. Sandbearer is the leeway wood. The number one place I recommend you go for Sandbearer, excuse my voice, is down here by the peak. Okay. You're just going to zigzag through this area. So I'm going to teleport over to the peak right now. And I'll show you there's just like a ton of Sandbearer ones inside the peak. I think this is the best spot for you to farm Sandbearer wood. Okay, so we're just going to drop down here and we'll just go straight to the path. Okay. These ones aren't going to do it for you. Don't panic. If the first trees you see are these, you're like, man, is this the one? And you hit it and you're like, wait a second. What kind of wood is that? Oh, wait, it's Sandbearer wood. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Right. And then you know. And I think some of the trees down here are not. Maybe I'm just trolling you when I say that. Let me see. What do you got for me? This tree's angry. What do you got? Yeah, see, some of these are going to be pine. Okay? Don't worry about the pine ones. Just keep searching. I knew there were some pines down here. Just keep searching. You're going to see, right? Sandbearer. Okay? Sandbearer. Right? You see them? You see that kind of the texture-y difference? You'll just have a whole bunch of these, okay? You're just going to follow this path, basically, on the map. And you're just going to zigzag all the way down here and just hit, like, all the trees along the way. And you'll get tons of Sandbearer, okay? Super easy to do. What about bamboo? Bamboo is, like, the easiest one. Bamboo's the easiest one for you to get, okay? Bamboo is stacked. See all these trees? These are all bamboo. It's like you'll come here for, like, 10 minutes and you'll leave with 300 bamboo, right? Very, very easy. It's actually, you need to, in fact, make sure that you're like hitting the tree and like, you know, not missing out on bamboo. It's like if you're hitting multiple trees, you may not be collecting all the bamboo you can, right? So just go through slowly, make sure you're hitting all the trees methodically, and you'll just be loaded with bamboo. And you can just go down basically this entire route. You'll have tons of bamboo, okay? Everything down here is loaded with bamboo. And then the last one is fir. I don't know. I think it's fir. I think it's how you say that. And the best location I found for fir was right over here by Star Snatch Cliff. Yeah, you just teleport over here, and you'll see there's a bunch of fir just waiting for you. Yeah, super easy. So we just go down here, see these trees. Yeah, just gonna run up to these trees. No problem. Smack. Guess what? Fir wood. Super easy. And that's all 7 woods. There are only 7 kinds of wood. I don't know, maybe you'll have an 8th kind of wood after you really build a very nice house. But right now, there's only 7 kinds of wood, and that's all of them, and that's all the locations you need to farm them. Yeah. So super easy, and hopefully this video is very, very helpful for you in embracing the new housing system. Again, I think it's really, really cool. I've been very happy with the housing system. I do think there's other things Genshin needs right now, but I'm the kind of player that enjoys this, and I've had a good time with it. And I think that this video will hopefully help you learn everything you need to know. Again, so you can go through, and I've given you all the points. And again, on your first day, I think your goal is to try and hit, as quickly as you can, kind of that 4,500 energy, so that way you're getting as many coins as possible, and then going in and building, a really, really cool looking place. So yeah, if this video was helpful for you, please subscribe to the channel and make sure to hit that like button and also enable notifications. It really, honestly, it helps me out a ton. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got. Apologies for my voice. It's super shot, but yeah, we've just been playing the game for many hours and enjoying it. So anyway, really appreciate your guys' support, and I hope you have a wonderful time playing Genshin Impact, and I'll see you next time.